Hi, how are you feeling?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm excited about the show.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I bet. And last time you played in Denmark, you played for a sold-out show as well, and now you're playing for a sold-out arena.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
It's
Yeah. Oh,
crazy.
cool, man.
And you released the part 1 of your album, I've Tried Everything But Therapy, and now you released the part 2 of your album, I've Tried Everything But Therapy Part 2. So what kind of journey do you feel like you went through? What kind of development, like personally and musically, between the 2 albums?
I think that was kind of the point to do the part 2 is because in the first part I was going through a really rough time with the person I was with at the time and was really heartbroken and in a lot of turmoil. And so I wanted to, I guess to show as the growth of this next album come along, I've tried therapy and fallen back in love and have a child on the way and some success on and just learn so much about myself and unlearn so many things and habits about myself. And so I feel like it was this part 2 really kind of shows the listener that on the other side of all this heartbreak and hurt there is so much love and support and happiness and success and family on the other side of it, and so I think you kind of hear that the growth in this album and this of me in my life and as a person and all the things that have happened between now and then, and hopefully it can show somebody else too that it does get better.
Yeah. So it wasn't like just a part 2 of your album; it was like a part of 2 of
it was
your
like
next journey.
It was like a closure of this chapter in my life, I guess. The chapter of where I am to where I'm about to be becoming a father, and this whole thing that I got coming up. So that's the never-ending chapter right there.
What a ride.
Yeah.
I thought that since your album and your tour is called I've Tried Everything But Therapy, like maybe we should do this interview like as a therapy session.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that earlier.
Right? I showed it on my story and you seemed excited, so I thought I'm going to bring it.
That's so sweet.
Okay, but I don't think you'll need it because it's like all positivity and great vibes. So I thought first, like, let's dig into your childhood. Do you have a favorite childhood memory?
Oh, weird. I think, so my first time I was maybe 14. I went to 2007 Warped Tour, and I think that was the time that I really turned on to music and felt like this is what I'm going to be forever. I got to see Coheed and Cambria and Circus of Five and Paramore and Chiodos and so many cool bands that were there. Motion City Soundtrack, and it's like all these awesome bands that I was so on fire for at the time. And I think that was the first time I felt like I have to do this for a living.
Yeah.
And so I'll always remember seeing that show and seeing all these amazing singers and these bands and just thinking it was like the biggest thing in the world at the time, and that really set me on fire to do this. And, here I am. So
that's where the fire ignited.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you have a go-to person that you turn to whenever life gets a little too hard?
Yeah, this guy right here, man, my dad.
Oh,
yeah,
so cool. Oh, that's your dad.
Yeah.
Cool, nice to meet you. So do you often bring your dad?
Well, he's never come to. He usually travels, everywhere, try to get to spend any time with me in America. But this is his first time coming to Europe, so he came and joined us for the first yesterday, and then he's rocking out with us, till he's gonna be with us tomorrow. We got a couple of days off in Amsterdam, and he'll be with me till the 28th, right, Dad? Yeah, so. Just some time in Europe together. This is his first time out of the country, so we're getting to spend a lot of time together.
I love that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really awesome.
I'm thinking about if I have 2 small girls, if they started this kind of journey, and I would be so supportive, but it must be so crazy to be involved in that. Has your dad been a big part of the reason why you're sitting here today?
Yeah, I say it all the time. And my dad was when I was 19, I was going to hair school, and my dad told me if I wanted to pursue music that I should drop out of school and pursue music. He said, you got to focus. You got to be focused on that. If you're focused on that, it's not going to happen, bud. You got to go do it. And so, it took 10 years, to get there. But
Wow.
He had my back. He gave me that permission to do it. And I will always say that I think if you're a parent and your child wants to pursue a dream, I just don't underestimate the power of giving them the permission, because that was kind of all I needed to light the fire under my ass,
Definitely. What's like the main thing that you can't wait to pass on to your kid?
That right there,
Yeah.
that I want to be able to be I just tell him all the time, I'm like, I'm stoked to see him be a granddad, but I'm also like terrified because then he's not going to think I'm cool. You know what I mean? He's going to just
Oh.
want to be around that guy all the time. This
Yeah.
is a shadow to live in right there, So
Oh.
I'm like, just please, I hope you think I'm cool, bro.
Like you're gonna fall even more in love with your parents. Like
Yeah.
when you see them interacting with your kid, you're gonna be like, oh wow,
Exactly.
you are a cool person.
I'm really, yeah, but I hope he thinks I'm cool. That's what I'm saying. I hope
Definitely.
my baby thinks I'm as cool as him.
Oh wait, so it's a boy. You're expecting a boy?
Yeah, sure.
Have you found a name?
We're a couple, twin couple, but like the thinking is that she's like, when we see his face, we'll know.
Yeah,
So
I get that.
So I don't want to say this or this and it be something completely random when in the moment, or maybe it shows up and we don't know for another 3 weeks and it's just a nameless baby. Who knows?
Obviously. Do you have like a family tradition that you're excited about passing on to your kid?
Yeah, I mean, well, so I think one thing, like, we go to Texas. His buddies from high school that he grew up with, they do this guys weekend every weekend since like 1992, and so me and my brothers all like waited till we were old enough to be able to go, and so I mean, they'll probably all be damn 80 years old by the time my kid's old enough to go, but hopefully they'll still get together,
That's cool. Teddy, I've tried therapy and it didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
So do you have any recommendations, like anything I should try or not try?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, therapy's been going pretty well for me, I think, but I maybe find a better one, maybe find a better therapist,
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's a great start. I think I wouldn't say I don't know how many you've tried, but if therapy isn't working, I think it's a very good thing for anybody, no matter good or bad place in their life. And so I think it's a good thing to try. I think if you tried it, maybe that person's just not. You gotta find the right person for you, I think, and it maybe takes more than once. It's like anything, and if not, tequila always helps.
Tequila definitely always helps.
Like,
you're in the land where
you can't beat the good tequila shot. It always helps. It's not the healthiest answer, but boy, is it a little Band-Aid for a while.
Definitely. I mean, well, like us Danes, we're known for drinking away our sorrows.
Yeah,
So tequila, is that your go-to therapy drink?
Yeah,
Drink?
I like tequila.
Yeah. Okay. But do you have a go-to comfy food snack maybe?
I don't know. I love food, like all of it. I don't think I've ever tasted anything I dislike. I really do love every type of food. I'm very grateful to have that kind of palate. But I think if I had to put one comfort food, I would probably say I love a good spaghetti and meatball, just a good pasta. I love some Italian food.
Yeah.
Or you can't beat some chicken wings, man, or a meatloaf, dude. I know that's polarizing, but I love a good meatloaf, dude.
I'll try it. Tequila and meatloaf. That's
Yes, I guess so. That's my next album title.
Yeah. Love it. Okay. So, I've noticed that you have a tradition for passing out accessories at your shows for the crowd. Where did that stem from?
Well, I think for me, I always when I see kids out there, I see kids that are standing up front and they're maybe it's their first show ever, or they were even holding signs it's my first show ever. So I started just always giving my sunglasses away to those kids, But I now buy before tours, I buy a bunch, it's hundreds of these $10 shades, because I would sometimes have expensive glasses and would hand those away, and I'd be like, well, they might have been $300 Gucci's, but what that's going to mean to that kid is more important. But also the $10 pair of glasses is also going to mean the same amount to that kid. So I'm going to just save myself some money and buy these cheap pairs. Because I would hate to the parents will leave and then see their kid has $500 Versace's on and be like, oh, hold on, let me get those. I'll save these for you. So
I love that.
But you never know. I always like to think that what if one day the way that the fire got lit up in me when I saw a Warped Tour, what if one day some kid is sitting here talking to you, on an interview, and it's Yeah, I went to a Teddy Swim show when I was 10 years old. It was my first show ever, and he handed me his glasses, and I knew from that point forward I wanted to be, you know. And then now this
Yeah.
is a Grammy-nominated like superstar that is just on fire for music and love, and so I never discount the effect that can have on a child, and how magical that can be, when you see a child watch. I guess when I see a child watching me and the magic that they're seeing, it's like it always reinstills how magical this is, and how like lucky and magical I get to do this by like kind of preserving magic and childhood for myself, and me and my friends that I've known since I was a kid are up there just, you know, being children still, you know, and so I know it always reinstills my faith in like what we're doing, and how, you know, I'm so grateful to do this, of course, but you know, there's some days where it just feels a little more jobby than other times, you know. And then those kind of things, those kind of moments like reinstill your faith, and just like, I'm so lucky I get to do this, you know.
So I thought that maybe it's your turn to receive a present.
Okay, I love that for me.
It's actually not for you. It's actually for your future kid. So.
Oh, how
So
sweet!
we bought him a comfort teddy
Yeah.
there. And you're not. I mean, you can't get to hold this because I stole this from the lunchroom at
Yeah,
my
that's
work.
okay.
So I'm gonna
You gotta take it back. Well, thanks for bringing it. I gotta keep this guy. That's all that matters.
Yeah. And also, I feel like music can be super therapeutic as well. So thank you for probably being like the best therapeutic person to someone who needs it.
Well,
Like,
yeah, I hope so.
yeah,
It's
I'm
been
sure.
that way for me, you know.
Nova